So it looks like they're finally just coming out and saying it. The views were just bad. Disney co-chairman confirms the Acolyte was scrapped because views were too low for its cost. But but the people online on Twitter and everything told me that the show was popular, then everyone loved it. It was such a great show. Again, these people think that just because they like something, that somehow makes it a success. Well, you want to know what else people liked? The Last Jedi. Was it a success? No. The last couple movies, let's see, Kraven the Hunter came out. Not a success. Have people liked it? I'm sure people like it, but it's not enough to call it a success. Madam Web, same thing. Pretty much most of the Star Wars series on Disney Plus, people may like them. That doesn't make them a success. So the fact that people are like, oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I watched it and I think it's great. Okay, that doesn't make it a success, though. So, but here we have someone who's working for Disney outright saying, yeah, the views were terrible. Disney Entertainment co-chairman Alan Bergman, who's Dr. Bergman, confirmed that Leslie Headcase's The Acolyte series was scrapped because the viewership was too low for how much it cost. The cost for it was... The viewership was too low, and the rent is too damn high. You guys remember that? The guy, that was a big thing back in the old days. The rent is too damn high. Speaking with Vultures, Joseph Adelian, or wait, Adelian, yeah, sorry, Adelian. Bergman was asked, the Acolyte had many strong reviews, and didn't. Who do you think the strong reviews came from? Come on, let's put on our thinking caps. Who was doing those good reviews? You really think it was the consumer, the people tuning it? No. It was the shills, the paid journalists who go on and write all this great stuff because, you're giving them extra money. That's so when a journalist says that it's good, it's usually bad. But The Acolyte had many strong reviews and did well in ratings in the first week out. Of course, because it was like the first episode. And people are always tuning into the first episode to see how it is. That's what I hate when they try to try to pretend like it's these huge peepee numbers. But there was 55 million viewers. Yeah, it was the first episode. And then the second episode you went from 55 million to like 2 million. So clearly the first episode and the final episode are usually the ones that get the most. Everything in between, no. But you ultimately opted against the second season. Why didn't you move forward? So as it relates to The Acolyte, we were happy with our performance, but it wasn't where we needed it to be given the cost structure of that title, quite frankly, to go and make a season 2. So that's the reason why we didn't. It also reminds me of like maybe Velma. Are there people who like Velma? Of course. Was it successful? No. No. So, again, just because you like something doesn't make it a success. What makes it a success are high numbers, making a lot of money. So, liking something... Brooks Barnes at the New York... Brooks Barnes? Okay, Brooks Barnes at the New York Times previously reported that the show cost 180 million. That's actually pretty bad, because 180 million, that's like nothing for this day and age. That's nothing, and the fact that they didn't even get that many to justify. So yeah, that's very, very, very little viewership. He wrote, Headcase's show, The Acolyte, will debut on Disney Plus on June 4th, costing roughly 180 million for 8 episodes. and taking 4 years to make. It attempts 2 feats at once, pleasing old school. Boy, you failed on so many levels on there. Fans who can seem unpleasable while telling an entirely new story, one that requires no prior knowledge of Star Wars and that showcases women and people of color. Gotta make sure you know that the show's gonna be diverse. Instead of like action speaking louder than words, they just like, oh yeah, it's an extremely diverse show. And then you get to the show and all the characters are poorly written. That cardboard cutouts of these characters, a bowl of grape nuts, has more personality than these characters did. However, J. Jonah Jameson, no. However, Jonas J. Campbell at Park Place uncovered that the show cost at least 172 million to, or okay, so 102 euros, or 231 million based on UK tax filing. Even then, still not really a whole lot. As for viewership, The Acolyte and its 2-episode premiere debuted on Nielsen's top 10 charts with just 488 million minutes viewed. Oh, there we are, number 7. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. Number 15. Taco Bell piss nachos. The last thing you expect in your Taco Bell nachos is someone's piss. Mmm. Has a bit of flavor. Also, Adam, why don't you come over and come over to Grandpa and say hi. Everyone is waiting. And he's looking at me. He's like, "No, Grandpa, I don't want to go over there. I'm licking myself. I came in. I was outside for a very long time, because if I recall, you put me outside. I told you not to, but you put me out. So now I was outside. I was exposed to the air, and I wanna give myself a good lick down. Now that I'm inside again, so I'm on your bed. It's nice and comfy. You got a nice, very nice, comfortable blanket I can lay on, and then I'm gonna lick myself. I'm gonna lick my balls, and I'm gonna lick my asshole, and I'm gonna lick all over. And I'm gonna do it all on your bed." Yeah, they really get in there. They're like, you like see them digging their faces, their noses into their buttholes. It's like, yeah, how's that taste? Like, good, Grandpa. Anyway, the viewership declined there within the week, with the week of the show's finale, only managing to garner 335 million minutes watched. In fact, that was the least minutes watched of any live-action Star Wars series finale on Disney+. Not only were the costs extraordinarily high, you know what it was extremely high? The rent. The rent is just too damn high. Hang on. Just a side note here, because I'm saying the rent's too damn high. If you guys don't remember, this is where that's from.
Millen, would you like 30 seconds more?
Allow me to introduce myself. I represent the rent is too damn high party. People are working 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week for some a third job. Women can't afford to take care of their children, feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My main job is to provide a roof over your head, food on the table, and money in your pocket. This is politics as usual. Playing a silly game. It is not going to happen. The rent too damn high movement, the people I'm here to represent can't afford to pay their rent. They're being laid off right now as I speak. They can't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Listen, someone's stomach, child's stomach just growled. Did you hear it? You gotta listen like me.
Okay,
let's talk about the issue. People can't afford to pay their rent.
30 seconds for you, sir.
Rent is too damn high.
The dude's a legend. So that's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm referring to when I say the rent is too damn high. And you guys are like, wow. Like, I know I clicked on the video for a Star Wars thing, but wow. Taking down a walk down memory lane there? It's like, I haven't thought about that guy or that meme in years. Merry Christmas. Don't say I don't ever do anything for you. New memory unlocked. But the audience reception to the show was extremely negative as well. You don't say. The show had an overall rating of 4.2 out of 10 on IMDb. You don't say. Furthermore, the cast of the show was highly antagonistic towards Star Wars fans, and even blamed them for the show's cancellation. Actress Jodie Turner-Smith, who played freaking lesbian Space Witch, accused fans of racism and even accused Disney of failing to protect her and other actors from the alleged racism. No, saying that you're as bland as a cardboard cutout is not racism. That's not racism. Your character is terribly written. She told Glamour, Disney's got to stop doing this thing where they just don't say anything when people are getting effing dogpiled on the internet with the racisms and bull crap. It's just not fair to say nothing. Say anything. It's really unfair. It would be nice if people that all have all the money were showing their support and putting their feet down. People, they're constantly coming out saying you're phobos and ism. They're constantly attacking the fan base. What more do you want them to do? Say this is unacceptable. You're not a fan if you do this. How dare you criticize the actors? Make a really big statement and just see if any money leaves. It will. Because people are getting tired of getting preached to. They're tired of getting preached to. They're tired of being belittled by companies and actors and actresses and journalists just because they have a few opinions. More times than not, the people are just criticizing the show itself. It has nothing to do with color or race or whatever. People are always calling out the characters are bad. And then it's these stupid assholes who come out, you're just attacking us because we're black. No, being a terribly written character, it's not because you're black. It's because the overly paid writing staff has made you a bland character. And then once these people get involved, then they get attacked. More times than not, people are just criticizing the show and the poor writing. And then these people need to oh, you're just phobos. Actress Amanda Stenberg, who played May and Osha, also blamed a rampage of hyper-conservative bigotry and vitriol because these people are so closed-minded and narrow-minded that they cannot even begin to imagine the people on their side not liking it either. Because even when you have a plethora of women and black people and whatever else coming at you and they're on their side, those people are getting labeled as far-right extremists because these people are so closed-minded and so locked off in their little bubble that they can't even imagine what would happen if someone on their side disagreed with something they did or didn't like something that, oh, well, these people are clearly wanting the diversity and inclusion. What are they talking about? It must be all those evil racists because they wouldn't. It's like that whole, if you're having trouble deciding if you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. They expect you that just because you think or just because you vote a certain way or lean a certain way that they expect you to go along with everything. They can't imagine that, oh, hey, maybe people on our side are also getting tired of the forced bull crap. But no, they think you're freaking stupid. They think that just because you vote the same way as them, that you agree with literally everything else. They don't want you to have a thought in your mind. They want it to be like this hive mind where you all think the same, you all sound the same, you all talk the same. And if you say something like, hey, you know, I agree with them. The character, it's like, I'm all for representation, but these characters are really badly written. Oh my God, you're just a far right extremist. What are you talking about? I fucking voted for Biden. Kamala and Biden all the way. I just don't like these half-ass characters. Oh my God, you must support Donald Trump. They can't be reasoned with because they're freaking Riris. But yeah, it's nice to know that finally here that someone here on Disney was just like, yeah, it failed because we just didn't get the views. Well, but again, I was told on the internet by highly credible Twitter users that people were loving The Acolyte. That it was the best show on Disney Plus. One of the best Star Wars projects to come out in a long time. Were they lying? Were the people on the internet lying to me? No. Anyway, but yeah, there we go. They outright say the views were low, and then you're still gonna have people trying to defend and say, "Oh no, it was a great show. It's great. That didn't make it a success. It was such a great show. The show would have had more views, but it didn't, and that's why I got no season 2. Unless you want to argue with the co-chairman of Disney co-chairman and tell him how wrong he is. Anyway. The views were too damn low, and the rent is too damn high. But that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later.